Wow, that's quick. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Southdown Garage. My name is Kurt, and in this episode, we put the power back in Ford Performance, baby, with a Ford Performance tune coming up right now. What do you have in your Ford Performance Procal kit? We open the box, we get the interface, you get your windshield mount, your USB cable to connect into this portion here and then into your computer for downloading the file. And of course we have the piece that goes from the back of the unit right here, and it goes into your OBD2 port. Now that we know what's in the box, let's go take a look at the computer and see what we have to do over there. Open up your internet browser, type in Ford Performance Parts. Click on FordPerformanceParts.com. Once there, make an account. Once you set up your account like this, you can go to your account settings and add your Procal device like I have. Then download and install your Procal software for your version of computer. So now that you've registered your device, you've downloaded the program to your computer, you've got your Ford Performance little box here, and you've got your cable here that you're going to plug into your computer. Obviously this end goes into your little box, the right way around, of course, and then you plug this into your computer like so. Excellent. Loading. Open my Procal software. Procal is updating. Make sure you update your Procal. So now that we've updated the Procal, we can go ahead, disconnect it, we can take it out to the vehicle, plug it in, and we're going to turn the ignition on, and we're going to download the stock file off the Explorer. And we want to make sure that there's nothing that's going to drain the battery less than 12 volts. If you have a battery charger, it's probably safe to do that. Make sure your battery stays at 12 volts. Very, very important. And once that's done, we can come back here, plug it back into the computer, and connect the device to our Procal, and we can verify the VIN and everything else and get the calibrated file for our Ford Explorer. I'm feeling a little extra lazy today, so I'm fully dressed, but I'm wearing my house coat, so I feel like I'm relaxing. I've got to find the battery charger, which is right down here. Plugged in our charger. We've hooked up our charging here. So there's a lug in behind that you attach everything, so that's all done. We've got that hooked up. We've got it sitting at 2 amps. This is good. What we're going to do now is open the car up here, and we're going to plug in the Procal system. Plug in the OBD2 cable into the OBD2 port on the vehicle. Get in here, we got our key, push, turn the ignition on. We're just going to leave the key in the center console here. Plug the device into the cable. Shut up all your accessories. We're able to do it for you. Hit accept. Programming, continue, and click on download stock file. Make sure you have turned the ignition on with the engine off, and start the next step by pulling the file from your car. This will take some time, but once it's done, you'll see the screen here. When this is going on, you cannot operate anything. You can't operate the rear tailgate. You don't get lights inside. It shuts off everything. It shuts off all the accessories. It even shuts these lights off. We're gonna let it do its thing. It's gonna be about an hour and a half. Don't do this before you're going on a trip like I tried to last time. That's how you make your significant other and enjoy your company even more. Like I always do before we go on a trip, I have to do something. Okay, so Ford Performance stock file has been downloaded to the Ford Procal 4. So now what we have to do is we have to take this out, and then what we have to do is go to the computer, plug it into the computer, download the file, upload it to Ford Performance so that we have the stock tune to reflash to if this device ever goes missing. Now, one thing I'm going to state right now, I'm most likely not going to mount this in my window. I want to still keep this looking fairly stock, even though it's going to be a little bit more hopped up. I'm going to keep this in a safe place, and then that will keep people from getting any ideas. Plug your Procal 4 device into your computer. Open up the Procal 4 software. Wait for your device to get recognized by the software. Once it does, make sure your VIN number matches. If it does not match, do not continue and contact Ford Performance Support right away. If it does not show up at all, you'll have to plug into your vehicle and try again. If you want to know where your VIN number is, move over to your phone and open up your Ford app. Next, open the Ford app on your phone and move over to the upper left corner of the screen and click on the message board like this. Then click on the vehicle and your VIN will appear. Once you have confirmed your VIN is correct, you'll have to go back to FordPerformanceParts.com and sign in. Go to Account and select Procal. Then you can grab your voucher number and paste it into the Ford Procal program. Make sure you sign in to your Ford Performance Parts account on the program to download the tune to your vehicle. Now your tune will download to the Procal device. Once completed, you can head back out and install the tune onto your vehicle. I still want to point out that we have the charger on it. It's still charging, so we're going to continue to do that. It's worked very well this time. We have this uploaded. Now let's go and connect it back to the car, turn the ignition on, and let's flash this thing. Start by turning the ignition back on. Engine off. Plug the device in and wait for it to load. Once loaded, go to Program. It will remind you to make sure the ignition is on before continuing. Hit Continue. Click on Ford Performance Cals, click again on Ford Performance Cal, then click Continue. Now wait for the program to get installed. Time to get a drink. Whatever you like, I guess. We're gonna let it do its thing. We're gonna come back afterwards. It's probably gonna shut the ignition off again. And then we're gonna obviously take this for a drive because I wanna know. And I've only got 87 in it because it's winter. So we're just gonna see what it's like on 87. If it's that much quicker, it's still gonna be quicker than 93 from the stock tune. So that should be exciting to see. Maybe I might pick my buddy Randy up and surprise him and go for a rip. But yeah, again, I'm just flashing this and then I'm gonna leave the controller inside so it still looks factory. When I do all the mods to this vehicle, other than rims and maybe a few other stuff here and there, I want this vehicle to look stock. When you get inside, I don't want you to know that I've done anything to it. So that is my goal with anything. With my Jetta, looks pretty stock. Like, you're never gonna know that thing's tuned. I like sleepers. I love sleepers, as a matter of fact. And I love obnoxious too. I just don't, someone's trying to use over their leftover fireworks. I don't own an obnoxious other than the RX-7. So for me, that's not my style. I'm all about like functionality and being able to still be able to drive it. It still drives like a somewhat stock vehicle. So that is my idea behind this build. I'm gonna go back inside for a few minutes and then I'm gonna come out once this is done and we're gonna go take it for a rip. All right, so now that we have that all downloaded and flashed, we're gonna go take it for a rip. We're gonna go see my buddy Randy, see what he thinks. So let's get in it and go see how it goes. I like to use a little pocket for my key. It's making the annoying sound like it is now, but after I shut it off, it should be fine. So let's go see what this thing does, okay? Let's go get Randy. You scare us, Kurt? No, I'm not gonna try to put us into that ditch now. I might scare the shit out of this F-150.
Go the posted speed limit. Oh, this shifts a lot. Smoother, quicker. Jeez. Yeah, it's firmer shift.
I want to see this thing like right off the line, so I'm going to go up the overpass and down, and then I'll do a sitting launch, which that should give us a better idea. Turning traction control off.
Holy shit.
Well, that's way more than before. It's never spun the tires like that. Yeah, so Randy, it's got more power.
I think it does.
It starts spinning the rear wheels.
On an all-wheel drive vehicle.
Yeah.
So you know the fronts are trying to spin too. See, 100. That's all he ever does.
That's right.
You're going below the speed limit. Kurt.
That's right. Wow, that's quick. Well, we're back after this lovely journey that we took with my buddy Randy. So what I'm going to do next is we're going to take the car back to the dyno and we're going to see what kind of power numbers we can get out of this thing. And I phoned Ford Performance while I was asking, did you guys test this thing with ethanol? The answer they gave me was no. We're going to do that. Coming up next on another episode of Southdown Garage. Take care, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Make sure you go do something fun with your car, and we will see you on another episode of Southdown Garage. Bye for now.